Okay, so this video is about creating totals in Blackboard and also how you can drop a grade. So like, for example, if you have 5 tests and you want to drop one of them. So I'm going to be flipping between two courses. One has names and one doesn't, just so that I can find a way to show you how to get to places without showing you student names. So what you want to do when you're looking at totaling up grades is go to your grade center, and you'll see I don't have anybody in here, but create calculated column. So you can create an average column, which will average out the grades that you put in there, minimum, maximum, total, or weighted. So if you do your grades so that 70% of the grade is one thing, 15 is another, 15 is another, you can use the weighted column feature. I usually use the total column feature because I run my courses on points. So if you click on the total column feature, create total column, you can go in here and name your column and choose your selections just like you do with other grading columns. And here's where you want to pay attention. If you're doing a total column and it says here to select columns, by default, it includes all grade columns. So you'll have a column that totals up everything that you have in your grade center. Okay, so instead, go ahead and click selected columns and categories. Okay, so within this course where I do have some things, you can choose the things that you want to total up. So say they're all different things, right? Different categories. So you choose one at a time, and then move it over. Okay, and then I want to, put that over there. Okay, then it would add these two columns or however many things I wanted to put in there. Okay, the other way to do it is to add an entire category of items. So say I want to put all of my discussion boards into here. Before I click over, I can see here category information. It tells me which items are in that category, discussion intro 1, 2, 3. Okay, then I can move it over to here. Now, if I want to drop a grade, this is where I can do it. Okay, I can drop the lowest grade, the highest grade, or do some other things over here. Okay, so if I drop the one lowest grade, it would include there were 4 things in there, it would include only 3. Okay, so that's relatively simple. But there's a few other nuances to pay attention to. One is calculating it as a running total. Okay, if you wanted to automatically give a 0 for students who did not complete an item, then choose no. Okay, and then it will count 4 discussion boards with a 0 if they didn't do it. If you just want a running total that's points earned, then keep it as yes, as a running total, and it won't automatically give that 0. So if you want to give zeros on your own, you just go into Blackboard Grade Center and do it yourself. This part here, include column and grade center calculations. So when you say yes to that, then the column you're creating shows up here when you're going to create other columns. Okay, so that's important when you're creating an assignment to make sure that that's in there. Otherwise, it won't get included. Show this column to students. So here's an option. If you want to do a total for yourself, if you want to create a column that only you see, you can turn that off. Okay, you can also show statistics to students if you want to show them the mean and the average of grades for the course. Okay. So now there's one other thing that's important. So what about these categories here? Okay, how do things get named to those categories? All right, so when you're creating a column, okay, let's go back. You're in your full grade center, and then you create a column, and then, you're going to create something new, some kind of grading column in here. And here is where you can choose your category. Okay, so you can change that to something else. Okay, and you can do your points, whatever you want to do. And then I'm going to submit that so I can show you then how to edit your column. So say you already have one. So when you create a discussion board or a test in here, a column is already created automatically in your Grade Center. But if you click on this little arrow, you get a lot of choices. Quick column information just tells you what's in there, okay? But if you want to change the category, go into Edit Column Information, and then go down here and you can change the category to something else, okay? And then, so I still haven't answered the question of managing categories. So, I mean, of fully answered the question about those categories. So you can create your own category, and you can also change a bunch of categories at the same time instead of just doing it one by one like I just showed you, if you have a whole lot of things. So go under Manage, and then you can go under, let's start with Column Organization, okay? And you're gonna see everything that's in your Grade Center right here, okay? So there's not much in here, but do you see how it has name and category? Okay, so you can go in here and you can change, you can click on all the ones you want to, and you can change the category to something else that you want it to be changed to. Okay, so I can change that one back to assignment right there. So here's my class that has more. Oh wait, hold on a second. Okay, here it is. So this has a lot more assignments in it, and so if you wanted to change a whole bunch at once, you can do that. So you can change the category, and they're all assignment, okay? They were no category before, right? And then the other thing, just if you want to organize your columns a certain way, within this column, Manage Columns, you can move things up and down. You see how I'm moving that? Okay, so just a sidebar. And then the last thing to show you is how to create a new category. So you can do that. Go to the Grade Center again, full Grade Center. Go to Manage, and then Categories. And here is where you see all the categories you have listed, and then you can create a new column, a new category, okay? And you can name it whatever you want. So let's just say projects, right? So you can now, when you go into your assignments, you can name something into your new category. So when you create your column, you'll see it as an option. You'll see that projects that we just made as a new category, okay, that you can choose from. And same in that other Manage Columns field, you can column organization field is where you can now change to that new one. Okay, so there you go. Hope that helps.